Story of my life.
Let me
To
know when
quote
I'm good to go.
the great theologians, One Direction.
And you're good, Grace.
Alrighty, hey everybody, and welcome to your next tribal council. So first off tonight, I'm going to start with Adam. So Adam, you want to tell us about this distortion classic comp that you ended up getting immunity for?
So it was letters from the past, which basically is y'all sent us a big bank of a bunch of letters, and all of those letters were used to create the names of different Survivor contestants. And to help us out so much, you guys at least were nice enough to give us the amount of letters that were in the first and the last name of those Survivor contestants. However, it seems simple, right? You wouldn't realize how many people who have played Survivor have five letters in their first name and eight letters in their last name, or nine letters in their last name, and how many different combinations you could have, and how there's no even being like, wow, I think I'm close, or I think I'm doing pretty well, because it's just putting letters in. You could get nine names done and then be like, oh wow, the last one doesn't fit. Guess I'm fucking completely wrong.
Alrighty, and how does it feel having won that challenge and being immune tonight?
Honestly, it feels really, really good. You never want to. It always feels good going into tribal council with that necklace around your neck, because I'm totally wearing a necklace right now. But it always feels good. Safety is great, especially as we are getting further along into this merge. The numbers are dwindling, and knowing that at least for that tribal council, you don't have to worry that it's you is always a great feeling.
Alrighty, so we're gonna move on to Lauren. So Lauren, you are coming into this tribal council being the HOH of Billy's big brother, and you are now here. Do you feel that HOH puts you in any kind of danger at all?
I mean, not really. I mean, I think it was pretty obvious that I hadn't talked to Nick in like 3 rounds. So I don't think anybody was too mad with him going, especially since he had an idol. So I don't think so. I don't think it really made a difference to my game, regardless. I mean, if he was still here, of course, I feel like it would have made a difference for me, but he's not. So
Yeah, let me butt in and ask Lauren, because you mentioned Nick a lot, but as the head of household, you had to make two nominations. How do you feel? Obviously, as HOH, your other nom still being in the game. What are you feeling about that?
I feel like me and Mike talked about it and he kind of understood why I nommed him. So I think we kind of moved past it and just gonna move forward on in the game.
Alrighty. So, Mike, Lauren said that you guys spoke on it and are moving on from that night. Do you feel that being nominated also puts a target on your back heading into tonight?
Not really. I'll expand on that. Like Lauren said, we talked about it. She explained her reasoning. I mean, there's really no ill will there. There's really no point having any ill will and burning bridges at this point. So for me, we had a good conversation. We were able to kind of work it out. And, like I said, there's no ill will with Lauren. So
Alrighty.
that's all I
So,
got to say about that.
all right. So moving on, I'm gonna go to Alex here. So, Lauren also brought up Nick having an idol in her answer. Do you feel there is now that there is knowledge of an idol possibly going out the door, do you feel there are any more around?
Um, Maybe I've been trying to play this game as like not really speculating on like idols and like where or not they could be. Um, like it's the only thing we know for sure is that like there was one idol played in the pre-merge, and Nick got voted out with one. Where the others are, I really don't know, but I also don't. I don't say I don't care, but it's not like top of mind for me at least.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna move on to Cam. So you guys are now in single digits. You have left the double digit stage of the game, and the numbers are dwindling down. What were you showing, Mike? Sorry on that. I just saw something. Anyways, the numbers are dwindling down.
Nothing.
What are you how are you going to navigate in this game moving forward as you guys step closer and closer to final tribal council?
All right. So yeah, we're getting to the point where like we've already gotten past half of this game, a little bit over half. And like I feel like at this point of the game, the main factor is trust. Like you've got to trust the people that you are talking to in order to like keep on moving forward in this game. And hope that everything you're being told is factual.
Alrighty, and going on to Roberto. So you guys, there are now 4 people. You guys went from 2 people being on a jury to 4 people being on the jury, and another person, a 5th person, will be going there tonight. How do you, as more people are getting voted out, how do you have the best jury management?
I think you got to make sure that when you vote them off, you don't want them to feel burned by you, or more so, you don't want to put them with a bad taste in their mouth. Because in retrospect, if you were, Mikey was shaking. You were like shaking your head there. I was like, what?
I was shaking my head at what Mike was doing. It's not about you.
Oh, okay. I was just like, okay. My bad. But as I was saying, yeah, like I think like you got to make sure that the jury is like not burned by you when you're voting them off, and also you got to be clear that like as the numbers dwindle, it's gonna get harder and harder because like obviously different placements and then different voting blocks may change like throughout. So yeah, like it really comes down to like whether the bonds that you make are good enough to make you last for the rest of this game, or you just got to take a leap of faith. And for me, I'm taking a leap of faith tonight.
Alrighty. So Brian, Roberto saying leap of faith and having trust. Do you agree that is the do you agree that is what you need in order to move forward and be able to get to that final spot in the game?
Kinda, yes. Like you can have trust with a certain amount of people, but you can't have trust with everybody. But to be honest with you, Grace, I just like half asked that question because I would like, if it's okay with you now, to utilize the breakout room option. Is that something I can do right now?
It is the breakout room. You will have the way that works is you will request the breakout room with the people in it. If they do not want to go in the breakout room, they do not have to, but the breakout room can be made. So if you want to make a breakout room, Brian, it's up to you.
Okay, I would like to make a breakout room and request to bring Alex in, please.
All right, Alex, thumbs up, thumbs down for a breakout room.
Sure.
All right. All right, Brian, Alex, has been a breakout room, and you're good to go. We'll let you know and
I got a question. How many breakout rooms are you allowed there, or is it only one at a time?
We average about 2 to 3. We could make another one if needed.
Okay, just checking.
Okay. Well, a general question for all of you now. A breakout room has just been called between 2 players of the game. How are you guys feeling about that? What's the reaction, especially with now that a conversation at Tribal Council is not public for everyone to see?
We can do that.
Yes, it's in the rules. We specified that.
I didn't read the rules.
We
You
also went over
were
the
on the night
rules.
one call.
Yeah, I will say, how I see it is definitely, we're at tribal council. People do not fully feel safe. And I think that this is a direct response to that. I think that if I think that if Brian felt safe, he wouldn't feel a need to do that. So I think
Yeah.
that just kind of shows everyone conversations that they've been having with certain people just need to be looked into a little bit more.
Oh boy.
Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna Seb, do you want to ask your question actually?
Yeah, I'll ask it for everyone. How do you, in one word, how do you think people are going to react after the vote?
Itchy.
Itchy? Any other words?
Bad time to come back.
Yeah, I know. Oh
I
my
said
god, it's so
itchy.
embarrassing. Oh no, not oh
Clarify,
god.
I asked the question, how do you feel, what is, in one word, how do you think people are going to react after the vote?
And Mike said itchy.
All right, Grace, you can ask your two questions.
Do you think you're going home tonight? Raise your hand.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Everyone but
Feel
Lauren
safe
and
tonight.
the immunity winner.
Benji feels real safe.
And
I'm
then
feeling particularly safe tonight, so
Oh, I didn't ask.
I'm like safe too. Alrighty. And if you were to describe this round as a past season of distortion, what would it be and why?
I think at least for me, I would say that this is like Andromeda. Because in space you don't hear a lot. And for me at least, this round was very quiet compared to the last few.
Mike has a question.
Yes.
Brian gets to do it. Can I request a breakout room with Alex, please?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, sure. Just give me one moment.
Yeah, you heard it here first. Mikey gave me a safety without power, so see y'all next round.
Mike,
Good thing you were already safe and you already had power.
Alex, thumbs up or
That
down
part.
for breakout.
Sure.
Okay. And you guys are good.
What the fuck?
Again, if anyone else wants one, just request.
Bruh, does anybody else have any other questions?
If you had to consider yourself a vegetable tonight, which vegetable would you describe yourself to be and why?
I would say a Brussels sprout for myself. Take with that what you will.
I don't think I was expecting an actual answer.
Well,
I have returned.
Are we just naming vegetables?
well,
Ooh,
speaking of
kumquat.
squashes, what did you say, Mike?
Kumquat. Oh wait, that's a fruit. Shit.
That's a fruit.
Oh,
No, it's not.
speaking of squashes, it's time to vote. It's time to confirm, change, or deny, or not deny. Oh my God. Change, confirm, or submit your votes. We're live in the VL if you want to make any shout outs. And yeah, I'll be back with the votes.
Come on, denying your vote.
I am still, especially because I do have immunity, so you could at least have me for one round potentially. I'm still looking for a second person to join my prod chat. If anyone wants to take my second spot, because no one wants to join. It's kind of crazy.
Also, if you haven't already and would like to do so, you may do shout outs while we are waiting.
Yeah, shout out Lyndon and Chris, as always.
You gave me permission to be able to say this tonight. I'm just gonna make the air clear the air with one person. Keaton, I'm gonna fuck you up one of these days.
Oh,
I can't.
Oh my god.
What?
Silence.
He said I could say it.
as long as there was clearance, god damn.
I made sure I got permission.
I was like, okay.
And I have screenshots too to prove the receipts that he did give me permission. So.
I would, although it's not a shout out for distortion, shout out to Mikey for being a badass bitch and broad member when I was playing Harry Potter.
Don't shout that flop out.
And shout out to Mike for being the hottest distortion winner too.
Okay, not too much on Mother Gianna T. Slay Reed. Second
Not too
place.
much on Miss Rachel Raw.
Big Brother
Not too
Cincinnati.
much on Miss Rachel Raw.
Yeah,
Not too
I
much.
don't know why. I do not know why we're saying that about my prod guest. My prod guest, Miss Gigi, Pink Power Ranger, mother
She's so
icon.
good.
I will say,
Shout out to Mother Gigi. She's an
Shout out to
icon.
Gigi, who
although
has made Final Six in Big Brother Cincinnati.
Yes, as she should.
Although I will
Sad.
say, Gigi, with peace and love, I need you to start talking in my prod chat, please, baby, please.
she's
I
out
don't.
of Big Brother Cincinnati right now.
I mean, okay, talk to me from Cincinnati. I don't even think I'm gonna be so real. I don't even think she knows I came back in the game. She has not talked since I got voted out.
And that's real.
Shout outs to Jen and Topher Ram for celebrating their anniversary this past weekend.
Yes.
Raise your hand if you were there to see them get married.
I wasn't invited.
I didn't know that. I didn't know them beforehand, so I can't say that.
I also
did
not know.
didn't either, and I'm
as
still
well,
gonna complain.
All right, subcheck.
I was
Be quiet,
jealous.
y'all.
I actually came on early. Give me a sec.
I
mean,
did.
Oh, I'm a fucking liar now.
Yeah,
I
you
did.
are,
I did.
because I ran out of flashcards. I have to unwrap my new ones. Congrats, guys! You're getting new flashcards.
Are they
Oh,
pink? Are they pink?
y'all better
Are
be
they
lucky.
pink?
You must be.
Aren't they all technically new because you're writing on them for the first time?
You know what, Adam?
Girl, I'm just saying. Don't shoot the messenger.
Tea.
Wait, are they purple?
What you guys don't know is this whole tribal is actually a Mikey blindside.
Gag.
We have to get the winners out, honestly.
Mikey won distortion.
I can't vote for Gigi.
Not-
That's what I said.
Yeah, not you preparing for the All Stars already.
We couldn't vote for Gigi. We have to vote for Mikey.
The distortion cinematic universe is very confusing.
It'd be popping.
Zeb, how long does it take to open flashcards?
Oh my god, it was hard. Okay,
Well, he's gotta open. He's gotta write on them.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Damn.
and I have fat
Damn.
fingers, and I couldn't open them fast enough.
For somebody
you
who said
have
not
to-
a Mikey blindside in a certain chat, yes, a Mikey blindside.
You have
Every
to
day.
scissor it. You have
All
to scissor
right,
it.
all right, all right. I have the votes, but first, if anyone has a hidden immunity idol or an advantage and they'd like to play it, now would be the time to do so. All right, votes are locked. When I read the votes, the person will have just a couple of seconds to say their goodbyes, leave the Zoom call, leave the announcements. Actually, scratch the leave the Zoom call. Stay for a minute. And then you can leave the announcements. I'll read the votes. First vote. Brian. Second vote. Roberto.
Figured.
Third vote. Brian. Fourth vote. Roberto. Fifth vote. Brian. Sixth vote. Brian. 7th vote. And the 13th person voted out of Distortion Survivor Timeline of Terror and the 5th juror. Brian. Brian, if you have any final words, now you can say them.
First and foremost, thank you to Prod for allowing me to come back and have the second chance opportunity. I'm very grateful for it. Second off, Adam, I would like to virtually shake your hand because no bad blood between us. Good game. Roberto, I meant when I said, and the only reason I ended up voting for you is because I didn't feel I had another option when the voting time came. So, but what I meant talked to you about earlier, I wanted it to come through, didn't happen. To everybody, I wish you the best of luck, and I do not want to be sent to this jury. They're going to rip me apart, but they said I have to stay for a minute, so I will stay and see what they say.
You
All
got
right.
this. Boo.
You'll be
Nah,
fine.
you got this, Brian.
All right, Brian, you've been amazing to host, and I appreciate you coming back for a second chance. You will be one of the many jurors to vote in our final 4 situation. That's
What?
right. This season of Distortion Survivor, there will be a final 4 competing against each other at the final tribal council. Brian,
Are you
is one of
shitting
those
me?
jurors. So, congratulations to everyone who made it this far. Brian, you can leave the Zoom. Thank you so much for playing.
Final 4?
Yep,
Y'all
you
doing
guys
it.
heard me
Y'all doing
correctly.
too
There
much.
will be 4 people at Final Tribal competing.
That changes everything.
Soul Survivor. And I cannot wait to see you guys